I just want to know who else besides me is still getting calls from Super Ego. Listen, it has been years since I left that company, and Super Ego is still calling, asking me, do I want to come back and work for them because they are under new management. Listen, whether it be Super Ego, whatever Ego, Jordan Ego, or whatever other company that they run under trying to get loads, I'm not interested. Super Ego really need to learn how to treat they drivers right. I'm not going back to Super Ego. Listen, I would rather work at Popeyes, and no offense to anybody that works at Popeyes, before I go back to Super Ego. I'd rather just quit trucking all in all before I go work at Super Ego. Super Ego, it's just too many things wrong. You know, I did a previous video on it, and I've seen other people that have done videos on Super Ego. It's like, what more do you need? And you meet people out here, and they're like, oh, I'm going to try Super Ego. Listen, baby. Don't even waste your time. You're Super Ego. They're not going to show you the Raycon. You cannot fuel at every gas station or fuel station, sorry. When you go pick up loads, you have to pick up loads under another company name because they won't even release the load to you. Okay? I mean, where do you start? Where do you start with the problems at Super Ego? Super Ego, and you know what? There are a lot of companies. There are some good companies in Chicago. You know, those Serbian companies, there are some good ones. I'm not going to say all of them are bad because everybody don't run like Super Ego. But then there are some companies that do run like Super Egos, and those are the ones that you need to be aware of. Those are the ones that you're never going to own the truck, even when you do the lease purchase program. They basically want you to fix their truck. Their truck be having so many problems from the time you step foot in it, and they be knowing it. And they want you to fix those trucks, but sometimes you have drivers, they're so hyped. They get to these companies, they don't even care. They just want to run. And they like, oh, I'm going to make some money until the truck start breaking down. Truck start breaking down during the first load. You can't even go pick up the load. And then they want to tell you that they're going to hit you with the, oh, yeah, it's a walk-away lease. But before it's a walk-away lease, you're going to get the truck as is. These companies ain't checking these trucks to make sure that, you know, they're operable. No, they giving it to you the same way. They don't check the transmission. They're not checking the engine. They're not checking nothing. Some of these trucks be on their last leg, and they give it to you just like that. You get in driving, and now it's your responsibility. No. Super Ego need to stop calling me because I'm not going back to Super Ego at all, period. I ain't gonna make no money anyway if I do, so I wouldn't even waste my time.